Today, if you didn't know, is Valentine's Day, and I've just given them love hearts, and it appears Matt's not the biggest fan of them. So, Valentine's Day, you guys.
There's one that
I don't want to know about it.
We really should have done a relationship video on Valentine's Day.
That says, oh, that's
Mine. No.
That's an arrow through the heart. That one is.
Mine
Oh,
says,
Jesus.
stay cool. Cheers. Well, Valentine's Day is more about just romantic relationship love.
Mine literally just said yes.
Yeah, I thought today we'd
Why have I
talk
got 2 smiles? One smile.
we gotta move on from love hearts. Sweet. Alright, today I thought we'd talk about family.
This one just says, will you?
Will you
Move
get
on
on
to the
with
love.
the podcast?
Get on with the.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about family today. It's more than one type of love. So, lovely family. Does everyone like their family? Apparently Matt doesn't.
Wait, what?
Family.
Ah, yeah, family.
So,
Bottom.
You'd hope.
has anyone got like parent stories? Things with their parents that just...
Oh, there's one my dad told us when we were at some friend's house. I don't know if I was born yet, or maybe I was just very young.
Right.
But he said that, ow, my knee.
You said, my knee.
My
So, there are these teenagers going up the road, like kicking people's wing mirrors off their cars.
As you do.
And we tried to do it to our car. We got like this. At the time we had this big Mercedes van,
Right.
and they tried it. They didn't knock it off, and my dad caught them and chased them down the road. And they got. It's like it's kind of like a cul-de-sac, our road, and it's just like a roundabout at the end. And he like grabbed like a pot of some kind, just smashed it in front of him. Like, then my dad brought a piece of it. I was like, "Go on, who's gonna start?" And then they just ran away.
Oh my god.
Score 1 to the sloth.
I remember when I was like maybe like 3, 4, just learned how to like walk and run.
I don't remember that.
I used to. Oh, I don't remember it either. But my dad used to tell me about how much of a nightmare. Well, I have vague memory of it. I used to. If you open the door, I was gone. Like letting a dog out. You open the door, the back door, and they're gone. That was me as a kid, and I'd just run up the street. It was a massive, just straight line. It was like a flipping running track, and we lived basically right on the end of it. So I'd walk out the door and just leg it down the road as fast as I could. And then my parents would be like, look at the door, realise it's open, and we're like, oh no. And then they would just like chase my dad. I just remember my dad chasing me down the street, like flipping the police officer in Claudia the Child of Meatballs. Just running down the street. And I'm like, oh, this is great fun. I gotta run. I never made it to the end of the street. But he used to grab me, throw me over his shoulder.
Show me what you have.
And then,
a knife! No!
and then just carried me home, and I was like, wow, this is a great game.
Well, I remember like a time like we lost sight of my brother, and my mum got like most of my like neighbours who like we were close with to look for him across the whole neighbourhood. I came back home, looked in the laundry basket. He was sleeping in the laundry basket. Literally, we were looking for him for like an hour and a half. He was sleeping in the laundry basket.
Crying with laughter emoji. Love
Get
heart.
I used to
Okay.
like playing pranks on like my mother, especially. We all did as kids. Me and my brother. And my mum, like I remember one Christmas my dad got us these toy tarantulas. They were massive, and they actually had fur on stuff, so they actually felt like fluffy. My mum
remote control one as well.
hated it, absolutely hated it. Right, and like, we lost them over the years, but then one year we found one, and like bottom of a toy cupboard. And we're like, oh, this is great. And my mum keeps her pajamas under her pillow, you know, like you do. And so we kept sneaking the spider, this huge spider, under her pillow. And then I just remember one night I was in bed lying down, and it's like 10 at night, and then we just hear ah! And I'm like, what on earth was that? And then she bursts through the door and just like, Jamie Parry! And then I just burst laughing.
Anytime my mum was shouting, she would say my middle name as well, not just.
I don't have a middle name, so I don't know if it's like being praised or being angry.
It was worse for me. I got 4 names.
Yeah, I've got
My sister would sometimes go,
4.
Mateus Leontadeusz Kuter. I'm like, oh, what have I done?
When they say your full name.
Yeah, when you
know
get
that-
your full name, you know you're in deep trouble.
What was this other thing? I had a similar story to you about a toy spider, but mine was a Lego one. And one of my mum's friends was over, and I thought, okay, I'll just put this on her shoulder, see what happens. It just ended up being a prank on myself, because, you know, yes, she jumped, but she also knocked it off, and it just smashed. I was like,
No, your hard work, the Lego.
still in pieces.
Never rebuilt it. To this day, Matt's still trying to figure out how to rebuild his Lego spider. You know, they have just single Lego piece Lego spiders.
I remember getting lost as well in Cornwall, not just in Cornwall, of all places. we were away for Christmas, so we went to the
Cornwall?
Yes. We went to this sort of like tropical environment centre. I can't remember what it's called. There's like these dome-shaped buildings.
Oh, wait, is that the
Eden Project.
The Eden Project. Yeah. I've been there.
And I got lost there.
Got lost at
And it's terrifying getting lost there because it's literally just a forest you're walking around.
I remember I was going there in like November, and my dad was like, "All right, bring t-shirts and shorts," and we're like, "Dad, it's raining outside, you idiot!" We ignored him. We brought coats, we brought jumper. You get inside. It's like a sauna.
It's literally the Amazon rainforest.
It is
I
a
mean,
perfect recreation.
I went on a family holiday to Scotland. It was like raining. We went to one of the Queen's castles up in Scotland. I decided to wear nothing but a shirt and shorts, no jumper. Pouring down.
You did the opposite of me.
Then again, like my dad does that when it's like a flood. He would walk through the floods in nothing but shorts and just trainers.
I mean, you won't get wet then, would you? Your legs
No.
My short should be safer, right?
And we were with this other group of friends we usually go to Cornwall with, and yeah, I was just trying to like follow him or like catch up because we were running around, but I think I just tripped up, took a wrong turn, I was lost for about 15 minutes, I think. Well, first I think we both got lost, and then second time I was on my own. I was like, oh, I don't like this. I did find them eventually. I can't remember how though.
Oh, I hope you did. I mean, otherwise,
I'm here. I'm still here.
Did you ever get out of the Eden Project?
Yes.
This is just a dream. He's just wandering. He's like got us on like some plan. It's just like giving these like hallucinations and like these like 10 or so years are just not real.
I remember I used to drive my dad crazy. So there was, whenever we like get in the car, road trip, whatever, like we cannot remember the name of the song. We found it a few years back, but we can't remember it. And but as kids, we just called it the yo-yo song. And we used to listen to that on repeat, and we'd just go, Dad, play the yo-yo song. Play the yo-yo song again, the yo-yo song. And all I remember from it is that the tune just goes, yo 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 yo. There's obviously more to it, but
Yeah.
that was the main thing we remembered. We're like, play the yo-yo song. I swear, like, if we did that for a few more years, that would have been his villain arc. And then a few years later, I was like, play payphone, play it again. He hates payphone private room life.
I just saw something we can all relate to when you're in the car with your family, going down the motorway, and you drive past like a really fun place. You're like,
Yes.
oh, Dad can go there.
No.
Or they say next time. Does that ever happen?
No.
For me, it was always like a McDonald's. Like, oh, can we get McDonald's? Can we get McDonald's? No. We got food at home. Now I've got money to get my own McDonald's.
I do it myself.
What about some sibling stories?
Oh God.
We all have siblings here, right?
Yeah.
How many siblings do we all have?
One.
You two have one.
Wait.
What, brother,
Brother.
sister? What are you?
5.
You got 5 siblings. Are you one of these 5 or are you the 6?
I'm the 6.
You're the 6. You got 5 siblings.
Yes.
At least I have 12.
I am.
24.
I've got 3 siblings. So yeah. What are you guys then? Are you the older? Or
I'm the oldest.
Oldest.
You're the oldest. You're the oldest. You're the youngest.
Yes.
Right. I am the second eldest. But for most of my life, I was the middle child. You know those like all the things. It's like the middle child always gets forget. Oldest child is like the harshest one. The youngest gets like it easy.
Yeah.
Parents like spoil them the most. And then the middle child.
Yes.
They're there. they're there. They are part of the family. It's just they're there. Yeah.
With me and my brother, we just do not get along most of the time. Normally starts in fights.
Are you you guys like close in age to your brothers or just big?
I am 2 years younger.
2 years. Oh, that's not bad because I'm 3 years younger than my older brother. You kind of are.
Wow. I never remember my brother's exact age. I just know he's in year 9.
Oh, what a sibling!
His brother. I know his birthday's next month. But
You know how old he's gonna be?
Do you know what day?
I know that is it my but he,
What year was he born?
2008.
2008. What year were you born?
2001.
2000.
Like 7 years.
7-year age difference. That's quite a lot. How about you?
Well, considering I've got 5 siblings.
Well, 5. Let's do. What's the next eldest? How much age gap?
2
2 years.
years.
And how about the absolute youngest?
Hasn't met them yet.
Oh, they are. Wow, they are due to be next month.
12?
12 years.
Yeah.
So they're what? 3?
No.
6.
I think. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any of them.
Oh, there's too many. He's got too many siblings.
Me don't, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's 12.
Do you have any sibling stories?
They're all a pain in the butt.
Oh, they are so. I hate it.
One
being
thing that's
in
good
the-
about having an older sister
Right.
is they can defend you a lot.
That's
In the secondary school, especially, if there was someone who like grabbed me or like, was being mean to me, my sister would just charge up and like grab their wrist, almost break it. Like, you dare touch him again, I'll break your fingers. Like, ooh.
I do not get along with my brother. On
you
the
don't?
one occasion. Sometimes we get along, sometimes it's like
On occasion.
not at all. Mainly ended up like either him trying to tackle me to the ground, but I'm like he's got like nothing, and I'm like really. I'm
Built.
not much. I'm not much on the muscle side, so I've got like I'm really light, but I don't know how he can not.
Right.
Normally ends up me pushing him to the ground and just keeping him there for like a couple of minutes.
Throw him on the ground.
Normally until my mum comes along and just pull it apart. But
Yeah, I always had the reputation of being the peacekeeper. That's purely because my younger brother, my younger sister, the youngest, they always argue because they are so similar in the fact that they're both lazy. My sister leaves all of her stuff everywhere, and my younger brother constantly having a go at her for leaving her stuff everywhere. But he does the exact same thing, but he just hides it, which is even more annoying, because when you open the food cupboard and there's shoes on top of the dryer. It's like so similar, and of course he's like the youngest, so she tries to like copy him, and then he gets mad that she's copying him. But growing up is about copying the people around you. That's how you learn the interest. But he gets mad at that, so then there's arguments, and I have to just come in constantly now. Alright, break it up.
I never really fight with my sister. There's probably been the odd argument or bicker, but it's usually quite short.
Yeah. But fighting as well. We used to, me and my younger brothers, my brothers, we used to pretend to be monsters. So that we get on like all fours and we pretend to be creatures, and then we just tear up the entire front room in this big epic like King Kong vs Godzilla monster fight, using the pillows as like giant weapons, throwing at each other, knocking picture frames off the wall, like a vase smashed one. We broke the coffee table. We no longer have a coffee table because my mom was like, I'm fed up of you destroying this room. It's broken, screw it. You know what, we're getting rid of the coffee table.
Also, every time we'd go on holiday, we'd go to a new house, we'd always play hide and seek.
Family holiday.
I mean, I've broken a coffee table before, but it wasn't a fight. I was learning how to walk around, and I just broke it with my head. It was a glass one, though. Let's be honest.
Oh right, we had a wooden one, but there was like this. It was like meant to be like tip stick, so it had like it was in the shape of an S, our coffee table, made of thick wood, right? And then they had like two really thin slabs at either side, you know, like where the S is, to keep it up, because obviously it couldn't keep it up in the S shape. Matt's just trying to mentally figure out what it looks
So
like.
it's just got two legs.
It's like this. That was the coffee table.
Oh.
And then it had two little things where like the gaps of the S would be, so in order for it to actually be stable. These were like 2 pieces of paper thick. So we are monsters, and we did like probably like a sumo wrestling, like they throw them through the table. So we did that. I think my younger brother or something jumped onto the table to jump off it. Completely just broke the table.
Oh no!
Our table, it's broken. Yeah, so that's how our coffee table got destroyed.
I didn't break anything.
Like with the coffee table I broke, though.
The fireplace.
All that is.
And like,
I've never had a fireplace,
so we have like tiles around it, and they're broke. They're all cracked and broke.
With the coffee table I broke, it's what caused my scar on my nose. So, and that just stayed there ever since I was like 3 or 4.
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Do you have any like games you played with your siblings?
Oh.
No.
No. You don't play any games with your siblings? You've got 5 siblings, and not one of them you thought, I'm gonna play a good
Have you
game
met
of
them?
Because it always turned into a
Have you met any of them?
Because it always turned into a goddamn argument.
What are their names?
Pain in the full stop.
That's some very interesting names right there.
And panic.
They just pain and panic at your service.
But yeah, literally, any time that we'd all decide to play a game, like it could be anything. Give it like a minute.
Yeah.
And
Did you ever do family game night?
Oh.
no, because it will turn into an argument straight away.
My mum is obsessed with family movie night, family game night. We're actually doing family movie night tonight.
Oh,
We're watching Eternals.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was
We got it on DVD. Yeah.
It was alright.
But yeah, So it's a nightmare because whenever we play family game night, there's 5 of us in the house, like my mother and then us 4 kids. All video games are 4 players. Most games are 4 players.
Yeah.
So it's always a nightmare trying to figure out because we can't just play all 4 of us. And then my younger brother, he's like, "Oh, I'll get out of it." Or my older brother's like, "No, I won't play." And my mum's like, "No, we all have to play." But then my mum wants to join in because she wants to spend time with us. And so
There's this game on. There are these party games you can get on the PlayStation. There's one called That's You.
is this the jackpot games?
No, it's
Or they
similar.
just
We have
like
done that before, and
I love jackpot.
that was so good. With us. Especially there's this one where you have to do like a presentation, but you get to the other person gets to like draw or select an image of what they have to do a presentation on about. So it could just be like one of
presentation.
elephants or like a monkey picking his nose. and that's
We had your family games. We played Wii Monopoly.
Oh.
And the characters on Wii Monopoly, because you have to unlock Mii characters, all the computer characters are hacked to the max. We put it on easy, and it's like playing flipping extreme mode. We haven't tried any other difficulty because it's hard enough to trade with the flipping guys, and they always have like annoying things. So like the iron is just like constantly like opera singing, and then there's like the guy, like the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a guy like, just constantly throughout the game, and it's like
The only game I ever really played with my family a lot is Mario Kart.
But yeah, we love
it always ended up with my brother like getting angry because he's not winning.
First time we got Mario Kart, it was Mario Kart Wii. Right?
Oh yeah.
I had it on DS first.
You got it on DS?
I had the Wii, and then I got like 7 years later on the DS.
No, I got it on the Wii first, and then we got the Mario Kart Double Dash from Nintendo Switch. I never got the DS version. Then we got Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
The
Yeah,
DS version.
when we first got the Wii one, right, my dad bought it, but there was only one steering wheel for the Wii remotes in the shop.
Oh.
So that's it. Oh, he brought home one. Just the one. So we had to try and play Mario Kart, and I remember specifically it was Wario's Gold Mine with no steering wheel. That was the hardest thing I've ever done with my life. We were constantly complaining.
I think it's Rainbow
younger
Road more
brother
difficult with Wario
through
Nah,
his flipping-
Rainbow Road on Mario Kart Wii was the worst.
Yeah, Rainbow Road always is.
Road. Oh, that
Always is.
If anybody suggested Rainbow Road, you kick them out the
Death.
room. Every Wii remote turn to them, and you just take off the Wii safety strap and throw it towards their head.
But when I played Mario Kart, my mum always picked the same stage because it's just her favourite. She always
Moo Moo Meadow.
Moo Moo Meadow, yeah.
Is that just everyone's mum's
My
favourite?
favourite.
My favourite is Coconut Mall.
Yeah, Coconut Ball. It's great.
Mushroom
The
Gorge.
fact that it's returning back to the next Mario Kart game as well.
Anyway, back onto the
family.
topic of family.
Oh, we used to always play Wii Party, Wii Play,
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
yes,
Wii Sports.
Wii
was always-
Sports.
Wii Music.
Did anyone ever? I remember my younger brother drawing bowling, just right
Been
hit the
hitting-
TV.
I've been
Did
hitting
it
the
break?
head with a
It didn't break,
remote. That
but
hurts.
he did miss the bowling ball. It did go in the gutter, so it serves him right for throwing a Wii remote at the TV. I remember we were playing Wii tennis with my brother, and I just full on smacked him round the face with a Wii remote.
That happened to me.
That happened to you? Yeah, we were just bang, but we were like proper getting into it, like what
What about
and then we just smacked him
What
round.
about the boxing?
Oh, the boxing was
It was always just like
no, because it was so fun playing boxing with my brother because our nunchucks were always broken, they were always faulty. So you'd be doing the nunchuck one, and your wrist, like you'd just constantly go, and nothing's happening. He maybe punches once or twice out of the 500 you do it. So it was only the Wii remote, and it was sort of like headphones. We had to get it at the right angle so that it would play.
Oh, another thing we do is just the occasional rave at night.
Right. Yeah, we
I
never
just go to her room and we just like get all like the flashy lights, just put like rave music on.
Yeah, we didn't have that. One thing my parents, have you ever been like done house parties with your family?
No.
My mum.
Yeah, with like other friends around as well.
No, my mum
But not just
loved flipping like house party. It was always like bring the family round, bring like my mum's friends round. I don't know. She loved parties and whatnot, or house parties, barbecues as well. The problem is,
oh god,
my older brother, younger brother, and I think my sister as well, are all introverted people. And I'm the only extrovert, although I don't really, it's a bunch of adults, you don't care about a bunch of adults.
No.
It's like, just, so, my brothers always used to hide in their rooms, and then like my mum's friends would be around, it's like, don't you have 4 children? Yes, why do I only see 1? They'd come down to grab like food and then just run back into them.
Oh god. I remember this one barbecue we went to for these like other friends, family friends, and the house we were at, they also have this massive open field.
Yeah.
And we just got a frisbee out, just in this massive circle, just started throwing it out. And me and my sister got very competitive.
As siblings, you always get competitive with your siblings.
Like if it's like stuck between us or like it's in the middle, we both just charge in, try and tackle each other,
like capture the flag.
Yeah. And then some other like adult just walks in, just takes it off us. I was like, oh.
How about some cousins?
I finished my love nuts.
Well done, mate. So did I.
Congratulations. Cousins. We all love cousins, right?
Nope.
All my cousins are men.
All my cousins.
I'm not sure if that's sexist or not.
No, generally all my cousins are male. I have no.
Yeah.
Second cousins.
All
female.
your uncles are sexist.
My first cousins are all male. Second
Sure you
cousins.
ain't related to Henry Lee?
female.
Men.
I get along with all my cousins.
You get along with all your cousins, right?
No, I don't.
How about you, Matt? That face suggests no.
No.
The last time I told, I got 2 cousins, boy and girl. The younger one, the boy, is like I think he's a year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And and my sister was just all saying like, oh, what we're doing for like 6th form or something, and my sister would say like, oh, I'm doing psychology. He'd say, oh, that's not a proper subject.
Huh?
You want to run that by me again?
And here he is wanting to do like triple science. And
Is your cousin Riley?
You're not Welsh, are you?
I'm over there. I'm the Welsh accent.
Oh, my grandparents are Welsh.
Yeah, it's just a bit like. It's just a bit rude.
I just remember
now.
everyone in my primary school was like, oh, I hate my cousins. Oh, yeah, so relatable, right? Cousins are so annoying. And I was just the only one in the classroom who sat there like, I like my cousins.
I mean, one of my cousins I hang with a lot, but because my mum and dad split up, but it's my cousins from my dad's side.
Right.
My mum likes my cousins on my dad's side.
But doesn't like her own cousins.
Oh no, cousins are they're quite well, but she likes him because he takes a my dad with a whole problem as well, but he keeps it secret when he's in front of my dad. But he is a very big computing thing, so he does a lot of. He's made his own PC.
Nice.
And he's currently doing PC course at college as well. He's visiting on Saturday, so get to talk with him again.
Nice.
Me and him just talk about video games most of the time.
Oh, that's cool. Me and my cousin, we're complete opposites. He is obsessed with football. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I think mine was as well.
Yeah, no, but he's actually in football, but I never remember what he's doing. Like, there was a point where he wanted to be a sports journalist, so they get paid to go to actual football games and comment and write down like what happens during the game, but they get like good seats and whatnot. So he was like, "Oh yeah, this will be great," and he's actually like joined an actual football club, so he does do it somewhat professionally. It's not like on TV professionally, but it is technically professional.
Oh, I have another thing. My one wouldn't let me touch his stuff, and then when like he's out doing like scouts or
Just
something,
explain stuff, like stuff in his room, or
like his Lego or anything.
Right. Yeah. Me and my cousin used to build Lego together, and now he's boring and only buys T-shirts and jeans with his Christmas money. Doesn't get Lego anymore. I'm like, oh,
Me.
you used to be fun.
You two cousins.
Is that me this year? I started just buying clothes instead.
Me and my cousin, we got lazy, so we just called each other by our first initials. So he calls me J, and I call him E. E.
That would be bad for me though, because
M.
my sister both called
M.
start with an N.
Hey, it's Eminem.
And one of them.
What is your Eminem?
Crunchy nut? I mean, not
Crunchy nut.
Cookie crisp. I mean,
You be peanut M&M's, and then your
Yeah.
sister can be, I don't know, regular chocolate. How about you? Do you got stories with your cousins, Riley?
I don't like them.
he is.
Alright, yeah, but you got stories with your cousin.
Well, I mean, to be honest, the hatred of the cousins strives from the uncles and aunties. They are all horrible people. If you hear this, screw you. You already know this anyway.
If you're listening to this podcast, families that don't even know I'm doing it, screw you.
Screw you. But no, basically, to be
Oh
honest,
my
the only
days.
time I'd ever really would see them would be on Boxing Day, where I'd have to go around one of my nan's house, one you've met.
Yeah.
And it would be like when it would be like when all the family would go around then, and we'd just hang out on Christmas. But they're all just horrible people. They always start drinking and then say stuff, and then I'd turn into arguments. And if I was older, I probably would have tried to beat them up, but I was tiny.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the hell out of my
Yeah.
cousins and my uncle and my father.
But yeah, now that I'm older, to try it again, I'll give him a good bash.
My uncle was just like a bad influence.
Mm.
He's like the typical fun uncle. That's him. He's like, oh, go on, you can have 5 Coca-Colas. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to be putting you to. Go on, have another one. Have another one. Have another slice of cake. Have a big, chunky slice of cake. Go on. Oh, you want 3 sausages? Sure, you can have 3. You want 4? Go on, have another one. He was that type of.
Yeah.
He's driving now. Oh my god! If you need to wear a bike helmet, full on like like hockey gear,
Yeah.
American football, you need to wear that if you're getting in a car with my uncle
Crash helmet.
driving.
Oh my god.
Because he likes to do a thing which is called it's like kangaroo driving.
Huh?
You never heard? I guess this is something my uncle's doing. Basically, he puts his foot on the accelerator, and then he just like constantly tapping on the brake, so the car is just go stop, go stop, go stop, go
Yeah.
stop. So you're constantly just rocking back and forth like whoa, 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 whoa. It was fun, but like not good. And then another time, he like my dad also likes to do this, but my uncle did it dangerously. He likes to dance in the car. He would like take his hands off the wheel and like, hey, throwing his hands in the air while driving. Or like he would like, oh look, the car's dancing, guys, and then he would swerve it into the next lane. The lane, the lane where cars come towards you.
Yeah.
He likes to swerve into that lane while listening to some music. There was one time I was going to like a youth group like centre thing with my cousin. It was like every Thursday night you go there, get some sweets from like a tuck shop, and then play some games. It was great fun. It was like nice social interaction. And then he decided, hey guys, check this out, and drove in the opposite lane to get there. The opposite lane. I was like, like the handles at the top of the car.
Yeah.
I gripped onto that so much, I swear I dented it with my hand. I fastened my seatbelt to the point where I couldn't breathe, cutting the blood circulation to my legs. And I just see lights in the distance. And I was like, either that's a car or I'm dying. And I'm seeing the light on the other side. I'm gonna die. And then he just like casually just whoop into the next lane. And like 30 seconds later, the car drove past. But oh my days, I was having a heart attack.
I have uncles who would throw pillows at me.
The motion you're doing with your hand, I thought you were going to say darts. I had an uncle who just threw darts at me, just casually.
Deflected. No.
My dad, we used to, as a kid, there was a road. It's like somewhere in the forest. It's somewhere like connects like the forest to the Gloucester.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like through a football forest, and it's like a windy road. Like really windy.
Mm.
And nobody really uses it. There's a few times where people have gone down it, but like nobody really uses it. Except my dad, of course. And we always called it Roller Coaster Road.
No.
Why? Because my dad used to speed down that at top speed, just going through all the turns like it was a flipping racetrack, just like smell of rubber burning, screech marks, turning, and sped down it like, I don't know, 60 miles an hour. At night. We always did it at night. That was the rule. You can't do it during the day. Has to be at night.
When it's even more dangerous.
Yeah, I know, when it's even more dangerous. And just speeding down that. We're just like rocking in the flipping. It was like a free roller coaster. It was great fun. And we'd like, Dad, can we go down roller coaster road?
So Lightning McQueen when he
Yes.
Radio Springs. No, my town, you don't.
I remember one time there was a car coming down the opposite road, and my dad instantly just slowed down and started driving normally. And all of us, and despite the fact that he probably, stopped us from crashing and saving our lives, we were all like, damn this other car using the road. But for all I know, that car was doing the exact same thing. Just like, we can't, Dad, let's go down roller coaster road. And then our two cars just meet, and it's just like, they have to play it off cool. Oh yeah, we're not doing. And then as soon as we pass each other, go. Speed up again. Roller coaster road. That was always fun. You know what was not really fun? You ever do family reunions? Don't look on Matt's face. Says he does.
I haven't had one in years, probably since year 8.
Well, not all my family would have showed up, because some of my family live up Scotland, so it'd take them like a few hours to get down here.
But you have had family reunions, haven't you?
Yeah, we normally have like reunions when it's like a big event happening, like some wedding or.
Having one, and the table we're at with. Okay, 2 other cousins I have. I forgot about them.
Whoa! But they're so unimportant. You just forget them.
It's just that they're a lot older than me, and I, haven't really met them much.
All right.
I think one's living in like Caribbean or something. And we're just having a conversation about what if there was a zombie apocalypse.
As you do.
And there's other guy.
Write that down, podcast idea.
One of my cousin's boyfriends just joined the conversation like, well, the zombies aren't even real. He just killed the vibe.
That's why we said, what if, you idiot?
Yeah, like,
remember the last
we
podcast?
just all shaking hands like,
the last podcast was, what if we had superpowers? So imagine if you but we don't have superpowers. So
I
what
know we
if?
don't.
I know. That's why we said what if. It's an imaginary scenario. We're putting ourselves.
Use your head.
We don't. We know. We know.
I'll just be a generic man.
I know. We know. I got it. I got
I'll
it.
be an AI. Yeah, that's the closest. That's
Just
the last
like,
thing I can remember.
kill
from Family
me.
Reunion.
The biggest one I had the biggest one was that is like one of a really big event for my family. Like a lot of my family turned up for
Okay.
my cousin's funeral, so a
Oh,
bunch of
right.
us showed up. So everyone was there. So right after was a event down at the pub he used to like going to that was run by
right.
my great aunt. So we always just hang around for us like the after party of the funeral, just talk about how much we miss him.
I think funerals and weddings are always like giant family reunions. I had a wedding last year. Cousin got married. Been with this girl for like 7 years.
Girl.
Sorry. he dated this girl for like 7 years, finally has like married her. And I discovered that he has never dated anyone else. She was his first
The only one.
girlfriend.
Fair enough.
Now that is what you call destiny. I don't know about you, but yeah, it was nice. It was a nice family reunion, and I got to see my newest cousin. He's like 3. He's adopted, right? Because my other auntie and uncle, they couldn't have children. So after years of trying, he finally adopted it. But he looks the spitting image of my younger brother when he was, because he's got like, he's got like curly ginger hair, and my brother got the curly hair from my granddad and the ginger hair from my dad. So so he actually looks, despite that he is adopted, and he looks like a flipping part of the family. You wouldn't be able to tell if you saw him and my younger brother. You'd be like, oh yeah, the same genes. You can see that, yeah.
Yeah, I just haven't really had one in a long time.
Yeah. I guess some people just aren't as close to their family as other people because.
I mean, I've got some family that I don't really see much because they live up in Scotland, so I don't really see it.
Yeah,
I've only
exactly.
I've seen him like twice in my life.
Some people.
One of my family up in Scotland, I'm never going to be able to meet because he's in jail.
I mean, you could meet
Why is he in jail?
tax evasion.
Tax evasion.
Let's just say.
Oh no! That's,
So.
I don't think it's not. Ooh,
No.
that's.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited him?
No. 'Cause I'm not that long in Scotland.
call?
Fucking no pen time.
So I'm normally like
You write him.
4 days in Scotland. Never really much, so I don't really have enough time. So we got like other plans.
I've never been to Scotland.
One of the times I've been to Scotland though.
There, but
Right.
There's a brewery in Scotland, literally called McEwan's Brewery. So I literally
You have your own.
It's not.
brewery?
There's like it's probably like a really distant relative of the family. Or they're not related, but we just have. There's just a McEwan's
Do you get
Brewery in
discount?
Scotland.
Because of your name.
Probably, I don't know.
You should try that. Try get a discount.
oh, speaking of that, have you ever done all those ancestral family
ancestral,
things?
yeah.
No, I
I tried
wanted
to. It
to.
didn't. I don't know why it didn't work for me.
I've thought about doing it because I know like my grandparents on my dad's side is Welsh. I'm a quarter Welsh, so it would be interesting. It would be interesting.
Yeah, because the furthest I know is that apparently I look very similar to
Sonia's
my granddad
Yeah.
on my mum's side.
Well, speaking of like grandparents and whatnot, do you guys get along with your grandparents? You see?
I don't really see him on my dad's side much because I don't live with my dad, so we don't
Oh,
get to
right.
do it much. But on the occasion I do, because both my grandparents on my dad's side, they're retired now. They used to work at the Severn Bridge.
All right.
So one of them used to pay, because when you have to pay to go over the Severn Bridge into Wales.
Oh yeah.
My nan used to work. My nan used to work on the toll. The
On
toll.
the toll.
Painted toll.
And my granddad would do like all the like painting the bridge when there's like the paint was coming off.
Is that
and,
how
like,
they
repairing
met?
it. Pretty sure that is, yeah.
On a bridge. Not the most romantic of stories, but yeah. I remember...
With my grandparents on my mum's side, though, they do not get along now. My granddad's very hard of hearing, so he like just ignores my nan half the time. But my granddad's also a very reckless driver. He just speeds no matter the road.
My granddad loved telling us, like, you know, like the dad jokes.
Oh,
They
yeah.
all came from my granddad. He loved telling, like, you know, like back in like primary school or secondary school, there was those like your mama jokes.
Oh,
And
God.
my granddad back in his day, they didn't have your mama jokes. They had mummy jokes. So
what, mummy?
Mummy jokes.
Oh.
So it was there was one. It was like, mummy, can I? What was it? Mummy, I don't want to go to France for holiday. Shut up and keep swimming. You know? Or, Mummy, can I lick the bowl? No, flush the chain like everyone else.
Oh.
There's every bunch of these jokes. I think my favourite, what was it? Mummy, you're not really gonna throw me down that well. That was my favourite one.
Oh,
So
boy.
he was always doing that.
Yeah,
And
because
we used to go to the park, right? And he used to do this thing where when we swim, whenever we came back, he would pretend that we kicked him in the nose. He would just go, "Oh, my nose!" And we loved it. And then he would do one where he kicked him over and he fell back. And from your perspective, it actually looked like you were hitting him. It was always fun.
yeah,
I love my grandparents.
I think in sixth form I was trying to find like ancestral, history.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought I found something, but I don't know if it was for real.
Oh, right.
So I think for the real ones, you have to like send like a DNA.
Yeah, you need to send a DNA test
Yeah.
of like, I think blood or something.
Yeah. I haven't done that one yet.
No. All I've known about my ancestry is that I have ancestors who came from Ireland and then moved to Scotland. And then just now my family's moved from Scotland to England.
Right, so
And
they
to
went
Wales
from,
as well.
So they went from Ireland to Scotland to Wales to
England and Wales. So like,
You've been literally you're every part of the UK.
yeah.
You are the United Kingdom.
You are the United Kingdom.
But mostly with my grandparents though, my granddad, he used to come to Gloucester every Sunday. Instead of going for roast dinner, he'd come for a roast dinner where my nan works. He'd come here for a KFC. They knew every time he came in, the workers say, "Yep, no, your order is."
That's my brother. My brother worked at he doesn't work. He always went into fish and chip shop. Every Thursday at 12:30, fish and chips. And it came to the point where he came into the fish and chip shop, and they went, Mr. Parry, fish, burger and chips, with a
Fish burger.
burger and chips. Coca-Cola's in the fridge. That will be $11.50 or whatever it was. So I'm like, someday you're gonna walk in. And they'll be like, don't worry, we kept your card information. You already paid for it. Here it is. Here it is. It's already there. Just like a little note that just says my brother's name on it. And they'll be like, it's right there, sir. Walk in, walk out. What? Everybody else in the fish, because I went in to get it with him. Like, your usual. And he was like, not this time, mate. All the people in the fish and chip shop were like, who is this guy? Why is he so special? Why is he cutting in front of all of us? But you sure we could get your order now? And he was like, nah, I'll wait in line, mate. I'll wait in line. You sure we can get it up ready?
Because I'd love to know what history my family's had, because my mum's side is like Polish,
Yeah.
but I've never thought about my dad's side.
So you don't know about your dad's? I only know about my dad's side being Welsh. I
Yeah.
don't know about my mum's side.
Like,
He lived in Wales. Parry lived in Singapore as well.
Really?
At one point. And I think there's his actual last name is Williamson. Apparently that's quite a I don't know what the term is, but it's like a Viking-y sort of family name, or resembles
like a
that.
Norse.
Yeah.
Northern.
Norse-key sort of thing. So I'm curious.
Okay, yeah, I am actually quite curious about my mum's side, but as far as I'm concerned, they're from England.
I know my dad's side's from Scotland,
Yeah.
but most of my mum's side's either from like Wales or some part of the UK. Although it's mainly part of England, but I do have like family over in Canada as well.
Alright.
Canada.
Yeah, I don't have any family that lives abroad. At least none that I know exist.
I've got two of my family abroad. One of them is in Canada, and one of my aunts lives in South Africa with her wife.
All of my family lives in Gloucester. Except one auntie and uncle who live like up north somewhere.
My dad's side is all like across the country, but my mum's side, they're all. My mum's side I moved to Tewkesbury, but the rest of my family on my mum's side, Forest and Dean.
Can we all go on a trip to Canada one day?
Yes.
Apparently.
Do you have family in Canada?
No, but you all do.
I don't have family in Canada.
Someone's
fact.
Canada in this
I
place.
don't
This is my great aunt, but I doubt by the time we go there, we'll be able to see it. But
Fun fact, I can't remember which city this is in Canada, probably Vancouver. That's in
Yes.
Canada, right?
that's Canada.
I don't know. I
Apparently
don't take
it's one
geography.
of the most friendly cities in the world.
Oh yeah, Canada's full of like nice people.
Yeah.
Like you go to Canada, and there's the nicest people in the world.
I think, well, Van Os and Smitty, they're Canadians, but I don't rate Van Os has just got.
Let's visit them.
Yeah.
How about you, Riley? Do you have what about any family that lives abroad or family from like Wales?
On my mum's side, there's a lot of Italian, lots of it. I know I'm like
Interesting.
I like
a
Italy.
fifth Italian potentially. I don't know exactly full details, but yeah, there's some Italian in me.
Faulty Towers.
You're
Um,
part Italian. Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know about my dad's side, like if there's anything else, but I've never actually properly looked into it. I mean, it'd be fun too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's just all do one together.
That's a podcast idea.
Or just do like the
DNA test.
Yeah,
As
we
a-
all get the results at the same time too on the podcast, and we're just like, oh no, look at us, we're like fine.
We cannot make any promises that
Oh, yeah, we
that
don't
will be a
promise it.
upcoming one, but you'll have to stay tuned to
Yeah.
figure out if that is an upcoming one. But what about
Turns out like a long lost brother or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or sister. Or someone.
We're all related.
We don't talk about
No,
Bruno.
we find out we're all related. You, especially you two.
I remember my granddad telling me stories about when he was a kid, and he's like, "Oh, as when I was young, you know, when I was a little boy, oh, back in my, that's it, back in my day,
No.
back in my day, I used to go to the construction site with my mates
brain,
when the
that's-
workers were having lunch, and we'd get, yeah."
I mainly had
He's
that. I
an
mainly had that
absolute
from my
idiot.
dad. 'Cause I remember my dad telling me stories like, there's like he used to live on like a little village next to Chepstow in Wales.
They used to-
His school was in Wales. He used to. There's a bridge in between it. He used to walk on the railing of the bridge with the massive drop into the river.
My day.
But this was back when it was a smaller bridge than it used to be. So he used to do that.
My granddad, they played in half-constructed buildings
Oh my-
for fun, like hide and seek, tag. They played a game and they called it catapult. They got a bucket, the buckets that they were going to use for cement. Now they just nailed a nail through the bucket, used them to a plank, and then they put it on like an oil rig canister. Those oil drums. They put it on that, and then they'd spend about 10 minutes collecting rocks, and they'd put them in the bucket, and then there'd be one person on the side with the bucket and the thing, and everyone else would be at the other side, and they'd go, ready, 3, 2, 1, go, and they'd run like in bulldogs. They'd run to the other side towards the catapult, and the one on the side with the bucket and the rocks, he would jump on the plank of wood and, like a catapult, fling these stones towards the little children, little like 11, 12-year-olds running towards him. That was the games my granddad played. There was one time when he said when he was 6, he got into a digger at the top of a hill, took the handbrake off and rolled it down a hill. He went flying, like they didn't have like a roll cage or something. I think it was just a roll cage, no glass. So he got flung out of it and went straight into a thorn bush. As a comfy landing. Yeah, and I just turned to my granddad and I was like, "You're the reason why they have to put traffic cones and massive barriers around construction sites now." Because he used to do stuff like that.
This other story of my dad. This was a long time when he was a kid, and him and his friends went exploring. This is back when they were living in Wales, and they heard about this area behind. It was close to RAF Valley, this RAF base, and they just went behind this fence and found this like little island, and well, they went onto it, and my dad got stuck in quicksand.
Oh no.
And the boys was like trying to get him back out, and I imagine the trip home wasn't pleasant.
I did that with my cousin. We went to Weston. This is a story and a half. So we all decided, hey, as a family on my mum's side, let's all go do a trip to Weston. And as a bit of fun, we rented out a minibus. We all got in it, and I remember we're on the way there, me and my cousin. The entire journey. You know how long it is a trip to Weston from here? It's like 40 minutes-ish. Right?
Yes.
For 40 minutes, we sang the club bar theme song. You know the chocolate, the club? There was a theme song to it that my dad taught me, and it's, "If you want like a bar of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club." We sang that on loop for 40 minutes, all the way to Weston, me and my cousin. And my older cousin and brother joined in as well. But oh my days, I feel so much. It's just 40 minutes of "If you like a bar of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club."
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got to Weston,
I
it's
haven't heard
raining.
that song in ages.
We couldn't find a parking space, right? So we decided, yeah, you know what, it's cool. We'll just park on the sand. Park on the sand. We just parked quite far up, so like close to the actual beach. Not like, you know.
What could possibly go wrong?
You know, we did that. It was raining as well. And me and my cousin, we had a brilliant idea. We loved the sea. We loved the sea. But at Weston,
Not Weston, there's no sea.
Exactly. It's just mud. It's just mud. There's not even sand. It was all the way like out. So me and my cousin, we decided, let's go to the sea. Let's run to the sea. So we just bolted it, sprinting down to the sea. And we ran past a nice warning sign that we didn't see. Nice yellow triangle saying, with a stick figure drowning in sand. Yeah, we didn't see that. We just ran straight past it.
See the corpse of a cat.
I'm running. I run past my cousin, and then I hear "JB," and I look back. He's like, "I'm stuck." So I go to him, and I'm like, trying to help him out. "Oh, you're stuck." And then I realise I can't lift my feet either. And I see that we're slowly sinking into the mud.
Just don't stop moving.
Yes.
Just keep moving.
But we got to the point we couldn't get out. And the rest of my family is by the minibus, like getting stuff out the van. So we had to it is so far away. We had to scream and we're waving our hands. Finally, my uncle comes up and at this point the sand is right up to our knees. My uncle just comes in, one hand round me, one arm round my cousin, pops us up onto his shoulders.
That's not the best thing to do.
Just round our waist, just puts us on his shoulders and just casually strolls back to the minivan.
I always thought that wasn't the best thing to do because you're just left with just you just pull
Yeah, it was just
you
like a.
apart. So just legs are still in.
It was like a pop when we were like finally got out the suction of the sand.
Because they
We're
say
through.
that the sand in quicksand is no more than just a few feet deep.
Um,
You can't just get fully submerged, apparently.
Well, no, it depends how. If you filled like a 10 feet hole full of sand, that's not going to do much. But if you put a load of water in there with the sand, now it's muddy. Now you can sink.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so
know
yeah,
that
that
one.
was. Then it started
Guy to
raining.
dodging disaster.
While we're being carried back, the rain starts getting extra heavy. So we thought, the only cover we have is the minivan. So let's go into the minivan. And then
The minivan
Then
starts to sink.
yeah, the minivan starts to sink into the sand as well. My cousin and my older brother and my older cousin, we get out of the minivan because we don't care about the rain. It's cold, whatever, we don't care. Like half the tires of each tire is literally sunk. We have these little plastic spades that we wanted to use sandcasters, and we just start digging. Yeah, we start digging, trying to like get at least one tire out. And like, we got this. We can do this.
Oh.
And my uncle was regretting parking on the sand.
Yes.
In the end, we did get the van free, thankfully. We
Like-
called the lifeguards and they had to tow us out.
Like last time when we went to Western,
And we didn't go back
summer,
for many years.
we did go out to the beach and we tried to see how close we could go out.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 meters there. I noticed. Hold on a minute. I don't think this is a good idea, because I was already still wearing the Vans,
Yeah.
and they're not really ideal for
Beach.
or
Rocks.
torrential sand or like swamp.
Swamp.
And yeah, it did. I already noticed it was getting stickier. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going any further.
Did you guys ever go to the beach with your family?
Yeah,
All the
I
time.
mainly just sat in the beach chairs in a hoodie with my hood up, avoiding the sun.
For some reason,
Hey, vampire. I'm like, you burn!
Open the curtains.
for some reason, when I was
Dracula,
a lot younger, I
Yeah.
used to be scared of sand or like standing on sand.
I have
I don't know why. Maybe just because the feeling of it. Maybe I don't know.
sand. I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating.
No,
and
gets
it
it.
gets everywhere.
No,
I have so many beach stories. 'Cause
No.
my family love the beach.
Normally when I'm on the beach,
Except
though,
me.
I only go when it's like warm and like grey and windy. I'm like, yeah, I'll go in because like no sun. But like as soon as the sun's out,
Guns.
You go to the beach. Are you just an introvert or do you hate the sun? I'll go to the beach when nobody else is going to the beach, when it's wet and it's raining and it's chucking it down. Then I'll go to the beach.
when it's dry and windy, I'm fine with that. I just go into the sea.
Yeah, I loved the sea when I was a kid.
I've never been in the sea.
You've never been to the sea? Oh,
Other than
it's
other
amazing.
than that, when I'm at the beach, I'm off the beach in like an arcade or something.
I was always traumatized
I love-
later in life where I'd see warning signs at beaches that say, "Warning, hookfish." It's like, what the hell does a hookfish do? And they just like hide in the sand at like the low tides and just like stab your feet. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I love this. We used to, me and my brothers played a game where we try and jump over the waves.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
jump
yeah,
over the
Or
waves.
try and outrun the waves.
Yeah, that's what we did. So we'd get to like a point where we're like waist or almost like chest deep
Oh,
into
we
the
did that.
ocean, and then we see this massive wave, and we're like, run! Run! And we tried to run back to shore. One time, like my younger brother tripped up, and then he got engulfed by the wave. And I was like, no,
Swallowed.
no, you good? He just- I would love the ocean.
I never really go out that far in the ocean because I'm not really good at swimming. So I was like,
Yeah, we didn't go in, like I said, up to the chest. We never like actually swam in the ocean. But we
I've
loved
never really seen people do that.
swimming in the
Maybe
ocean.
because there's always, yeah,
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Well,
yeah.
then I became allergic to salt water, and now I don't even like the beach. I remember like in my family, we went on the beach, we were there all day, like at least 12 hours. To the point where we had to go because the water was touching our blanket, and we went right at the back. You know they have those walls to prevent like ocean rise.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We were right there. The water was touching our blanket, and it was only at that point did my dad suddenly go, "Yeah, we should probably leave. We should probably start packing up." Really, Dad? Really? You didn't think about this sooner? What were you doing?
Let's leave.
Yes, what a genius idea. And my dad always told like fibs and lies. That's a mess
I
with
mean,
us.
with family beach trips.
Do you ever believe something from your parents and
Yes.
find out years later that's not true?
Yeah.
Santa.
No, Santa.
What are you on about?
Matt,
Excuse me.
Riley,
Matt is very
no, Santa's real.
No, it's not really the tooth fairy though.
No, my dad.
My mum's a tooth fairy.
My dad's, yeah. My dad
Excuse
told
me,
us
have
about
you
the
did-
tooth fairy. Tooth fairy, and then like Santa. But my dad taught us about the grass sand. You ever see those like the weeds on the sand?
Oh yeah.
On the sand dunes.
Yeah.
Me and brothers, we just like to rip it out, just for fun. And my dad was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Oh, I know, I
You'll
have a
make the
beach
beach.
story.
You'll make
I
the
forgot
beach
about that.
angry. You'll make the plants angry if you do that." And of course, what it actually does is it keeps the sand in place, and then obviously if you rip it out, then the sand all comes down. But we were doing that, and then suddenly the wind starts. It gets really windy, and sand gets in our eyes and our
Yeah.
face. And we're like, "Oh no!" And my dad said, "I warned you not to mess. You made the beach angry." And we were little kids. We're like, "Oh no! We made the beach angry. Put it back. Put it."
Fix it. Yeah. I just remembered another beach story.
Another beach
we
story.
had.
Go on.
Again, when we were in Cornwall for Christmas and New Year's Day Eve, we went to this big beach that had sand dunes as well. And then towards the evening, we were there for quite a while. Went all the way out to the water.
We went all the way out to
Yes.
the water. Yes.
And we got these big fireworks, and they had like, I don't know what the scale is for fireworks, but this was like level 5, which was like one of the highest of like size and
Yes.
lap and volume, I guess. And we thought we were going to get in trouble. Like we thought we were going to get like the local coast guards or like the police coming for us, because they were so loud. We thought like there were like cliffs out in the sea. We thought we were gonna like the vibrations would like knock them over, like, make them collapse or something. Like, are you sure we should carry on? Like, nah, it's fine. Fire them all off.
And then
Yeah,
you
it
just
was
see a
like-
cliff collapsing in the
There's
distance.
literally like mortar airstrikes going off.
As long as you don't aim it at the cliff, I don't think the cliff's
Yeah.
going to collapse.
No.
Oh, that's just reminded me of
Oh.
some bonfire stories, because we used to do family bonfires.
Yeah.
And we had like trees and we put. And we had like a dead tree in the rockery, but back then it was overgrown with weeds, and we used to attach the fireworks to that, and then they would launch off that. It never caught on fire, which I'm surprised about now that I'm thinking. So yeah, but
Fireproof.
we always had a big bonfire at the back of the garden, and we had this broken old table, right? It was garden furniture. We needed to get rid of it. What did my uncle do? Oh yes, don't worry. We'll just chuck it onto the fire. Chuck it onto the giant fire pit at the back of the garden. There's no worries. It was a plastic table. It was a plastic table. My cousin, older cousin, was sat up, like with his feet against the fire, keeping it nice and warm. The fire grew so big, he got his sock burnt holes. He had burnt socks, and the fence caught on fire. So my uncle had to get the hose pipe and put out this giant fire, which was like the size of a flipping car, at the back of our garden.
Hell yeah.
I think it's safe to say my carbon footprint is pretty high, which is probably why I'm walking everywhere now. Oh my! We burnt chairs as well that went with it. Plastic chairs and a table, all burnt.
I always got told that we had these for bonfire night. We'd also go to our friend's house over the road, and I never saw these happen. First time, a firework apparently went up, but then I think the stand decided to fall, so it just started to aim towards everyone. Just like pew. It almost hit someone.
Night Fury, get down!
And then another time it did go up, but then somebody decided to just curve and just change direction to next door's garden. Bang! And then probably some other friend was over there, like probably almost hit him and like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah. Probably gave them shell shock. Yeah.
Do we have any family trips or traditions?
Well, there's the one going to Cornwall for Christmas.
Yeah,
normally we have like the one big one with like my mum's cousins, so like my second ones. We go on a beach holiday somewhere in a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Normally 2 coaches.
Yeah.
Because that's how big the family is on my mum's side. We normally either go to the beach somewhere, and because of COVID, we haven't been able to do it. But
Right. But
normally
is
it's
that a family tradition for you?
yeah, we normally do it every year.
I have 2. One is every Sunday roast. No electronics. Not allowed your phone. Not allowed yet. We have to talk. We have to talk round the table.
Talk.
And you have to, yes, Riley, your face does not. When I was a little kid, I was obsessed with Thomas. Every single Thomas the Tank Engine. Every time there was a new Thomas the Tank Engine, buy it instantly. That was mine. We had like, there was like the blue tracks. Yes, the blue tracks for Thomas the Tank Engine.
I love those.
I had all of those, different like bridges and swirls and whatnot. I had the massive. Our house was small back then, so it went from the front room straight into the kitchen, and in the summer I made it go out into the garden as well. It was great. My brother, not so good. You see, in our old house, we had the front door would swing open and didn't have a doorstop, so it would just smack straight into the wall. Over time, they became a great big hole in that wall. My older brother thought it was funny to grab my Thomas the Tank Engines and pop them in the wall. I kept calling, and I would cry, and my dad would have to reach down in there and try and find as many as he could. We never got them all, and now that wall is sealed up. Someday, I just like the thought that someday in history, like hundreds or whatever years in the future, when they're knocking down that flipping house, they're going to find a perfectly preserved Thomas the Tank Engine and a couple of troublesome trucks inside of a wall. And that's going to go into a flipping museum. I like the pride that was my Thomas the Tank Engine.
I lost a Thomas the Tank Engine. I brought it into school. And I lost it. I was gutted.
Many well, okay, I had a bunch of Transformers stuff. So I had like a Optimus Prime like lorry, like the actual like truck.
Mm-hmm.
But when you it can like actually transform, but it was like a Nerf gun. So I had like a Transformers hand Nerf gun.
Oh, I've seen that. It was the truck, and then you like flip it.
You put your hand in and
it turns into the Optimus Prime gun.
Yeah.
And then you like flip it up, and it turns back into the truck.
Yeah.
I remember
I saw that.
I always wanted that, but my dad never got it me.
I saw there was like another one. There was like Starscream Jet one, where it was like a double barrel one.
Another thing we used to do is the time where I was obsessed with scared X-Tricks. And one time when I got home from the school, and my mum and dad laid out a huge scared X-Tricks tracker across the living room. It's like,
my dad never let me touch his scale electrics because they have like, it was like a metal thing, but it was like flexible and you can bend it.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "No, you never touch that. You will damage it. It would never work." But I was like, "Oh, but it bends and it's cool." It's like, "No, you never touch that. It stays in the box." He kept it in the box. I never got a chance to play with it.
My favourite part about it was if you lift the back wheels, you could make it do a burnout. You can see like sparks come from underneath the cars. Like, hell yeah!
Not Steve. Do you have any family trips or traditions, Ryan?
No.
No.
Well, Pops.
You have a lot of good family stories to tell.
Pop
Yeah.
vinyl.
Those are my own stories.
Well, you got your mum into pops, so
Whole family actually. Every single one.
every single. That's
Every
one.
single
Oh,
member.
hey, at least you got one thing in common.
Every single member of my family owns a pop.
Even the 5
siblings.
Even the 6.
5 brothers.
I'm not Hans.
If your parents have another sibling, you could have the 7th horse. Your you would have the.
Stealthy.
Now, with my family of pop vinyl, I'm the
Selfie.
only one. So like, I have my cousins. They bought like because they like footlights.
This is a whole pod. We could do a whole podcast on children's toys and TV shows.
Yeah,
yes.
like my cousins have got like Fortnite pop vinyls, but they've took them out of the box, and I literally said to them the day after, "Say, why did you take them out of the box?"
Oh, I did that with mine.
In there.
I've got 2 pop vinyls. Took them both out of the box. Got rid of the boxes. You don't need them. You don't need them. I'm getting some death stares here, and probably from you listening as well.
I'm just not going to talk.
Matt's saying anomalous.